Good morning to all Territorian and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander and other brothers and sisters from the global village who are dialing in today for today's session. Today's campfire session is going to be focusing on the value of business collaboration and what it can create for you in regards to COVID, your business in general, and also in regards to what are some of the pros and cons. And it is the actual new norm and the importance of self when you're thinking about collaboration. But firstly, as always, brothers and sisters, I want to pay deep acknowledgement and respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ancestors, our businesses, our families and communities, and also our young entrepreneurs and young brothers and sisters who are paving their footprints in the sand moving into the future. The Indo-Black Indigenous Business Resilience Program has been operating for about 7 weeks now, so we're coming into our 7th week. It's been a great journey. You've seen a whole plethora of speakers and content. I encourage you to go onto the Facebook page. And if you are an established Northern Territory Indigenous business, please, it's not too late, comment with the word deadly and the team will get in contact with you with appropriate processes to get on board. So brothers and sisters, without further ado, I might just get into it in regards to understanding the value of business collaboration and the value that it can create. Okay, so what is collaboration? Collaboration is normally termed as collaboration can be many terms. During the day, we are collaborating all the time with family members. It's about developing a relationship to get a common outcome that both parties are looking to achieve. In the business sector, we've seen examples of collaboration in regards to project teams. When you're pulling a project team together to get a project done, we're engaging a subcontractor to undertake some work for you. And probably the most positive and probably one of the most challenging ones that have been a topic of discussion in recent years, in recent times, has been the idea of joint ventures, which is obviously parties coming together for a common outcome and a common theme in regards to what they want to achieve. Now, collaboration can be seen as positive and negative, but today my key focus is that there is value in business collaboration if it's done the right way, from the right position, from the right spirit, but also from the right knowledge. And one of those things in regards to it, let's go through some pros and cons in regards to collaboration. Okay, so I'm sure there's a number of examples of collaboration that have gone wrong or examples on why you don't enter a collaboration. One of the ones I want to example are 5 key areas in regards to that are seen as challenges or seen as bad aspects in regards to collaboration. One of them is called lack of buy-in. So what lack of buy-in is where one party has come into the collaboration opportunity or that project and they don't really understand the value for them, or they haven't got as much value or return on investment that they were looking for, or they aren't participating or part of that collaboration as a responsibility or as a decision maker, or their part within that particular piece can be seen as a challenge. The next one is around the absence of trust. I'm sure that, obviously in communities, and when we're working with Indigenous and non-Indigenous brothers and sisters, whether it be as friends, colleagues, family, or in business, sometimes the absence of trust, because there hasn't been appropriate communication, there haven't been appropriate foundations to ensure that that collaboration or that coming together for that common goal or that common outcome hasn't been achieved. And if you don't have trust, it can go to a long way to destroying that relationship and also that collaboration opportunity and the value that you can create. The next challenge in regards to collaboration that a lot of brothers and sisters, and we've come across in regards to as Tagai management consultants when we're dealing with clients and various other subcontractors and communities, is around groupthink. The idea of groupthink is that when people are coming together to think about ideas and options to go through and work towards a solution, sometimes in a groupthink situation, when you're doing a collaboration, one idea will become the strongest, and instead of focusing on all the others and seeing what you can do, the predominant or the most strongest idea gets focused on, and it can detract from the other potential better opportunities or better solutions that can come up. So you can have a change in power in a group and also in a collaboration, and sometimes that can stifle and work against an appropriate solution or outcome that you're looking for in the collaboration or that particular project task that you're collaborating on. Poor relationships, obviously a big part of collaboration, and it really key is around communication and your relationship that you develop within that collaboration. If you have a poor relationship in a collaboration, obviously it does not encourage the collaboration to continue, but also what it can do is create both commercial and social impacts and challenges that can impact both businesses or both parties in regards to future collaboration opportunities and wanting to work with each other again. So it's important to have strong relationships. And then the last challenge that I'd like to share is in regards to communication, not enough communication. Big part of business and business practice, as we all well know, and also within our families or personal relationships or commercial relationships, is the importance of communication. Whether it be by spoken word and talking to each other, whether it be by email, whether it be through software like Zoom or Be Live or various other platforms that we use, if the communication is not clear and it gets misinterpreted or it's not trusted, then that can impact and ensure that the interaction or the communication process between both parties can break down, and in a business collaboration effort can really stifle the effectiveness and what value you can create within the collaboration, and in some instances can be really quite toxic and create a lot of harm between both parties in the sense of not being able to work together and the negativity that can build. Now, the positive sides in regards to, and obviously the big part around the pros of and the value that business collaboration make, is I want you to focus on those 5 areas. So I shared lack of buy-in, absence of trust, groupthink and what can be impacted within that, poor relationships, and finally, poor communication. The flip side to that is if you flip it and you're able to build a foundation that is strong from a relationship perspective, that you're clear in your communication and have set goals on what you're trying to achieve, if you actually build trust between both parties, and also that you are inclusive in the decision-making process that you are trying to achieve in the business collaboration, those things can create the value that you can work towards, both from the return on investment that you've committed in time, sweat equity, and obviously finance, but more importantly, can build towards a strong and repeatable collaboration opportunity that can potentially create a number of positive outcomes for both parties moving forward in your business journeys and your ventures. Some other additional key points I want to share just as broad statements, brothers and sisters, is around the importance and the key consideration of you as an individual, as an entrepreneur or a business, and where you are and what you're trying to achieve out of that business collaboration. If you're not clear in regards to, and your business is not mature to go into a business collaboration on where you want to be aligned with your business strategy, then that can create some of the, before you even get up to the plate to even have a yarn or have a coffee around having a business collaboration, if you're unsure in regards to your own business operation, if your legals, if your financials, if you don't know where you're going as a business, if there's not a clear strategy on what you want to achieve out of that business collaboration, then some of those things will lead into some of the challenges that I just shared. The other dot point is around ensuring you have some good ground rules. Some of the things that set those good ground rules are, like we encourage a lot of our clients to do, is enter into, for privacy and confidentiality matters, ensure you have a mutual non-disclosure agreement, which is a document which literally sets out commercial protection, some mitigation strategies around how to protect your intellectual property, the information and ideas that are shared, and various other areas. For further information, make sure you talk to a lawyer who's able to assist you in that process to literally write out a non-disclosure agreement template for you that you can use with various parties that you come to have a conversation with, so you're sure that your ideas are being protected, and also you're also respecting that other party in regards to the knowledge and their wisdom that's being shared with you. And then the final piece I want to share is around, make sure that, as I shared earlier, that business opportunity or that collaboration that you're going into, it aligns with your business strategy. Really, really important, because if you're collaborating just for the sake of collaboration because your back's against the wall, and It's the worst. If your mindset's not clear and your thought processes are not clear, and it's not aligned to what you're trying to achieve in your business, it can have some detrimental effects on the effectiveness and the value that you can create within that collaboration opportunity. But more importantly, what it can do is affect the business relationships with other entrepreneurs, because word of mouth, as we all know, brothers and sisters, can have a detrimental effect, but also a positive effect in relation to our relationships and future collaboration opportunities. I want to discuss with you that collaboration is now considered a norm, right? Collaboration is the new norm in our business society. With COVID, that's hit us right in the face at the moment, and we're trying to work through it in all our businesses around being viable, remaining sustainable, and continuing to grow, but also supporting our families and our communities wherever we are in the global village. The role of collaboration and the value that you can create is even more important. Through technology and innovation, I can collaborate with people in other parts of the world, in Canada, in South Africa, in Sydney, in Melbourne. It's not just in regards to our own backyard, but through the use of technology and the appropriate use of technology. And noting some of those things I've shared earlier in our yarn today, our campfire yarn, what it also does is provide those stepping stones for you to be able to effectively collaborate, but also be able to understand and what you want to do in regards to the collaboration and what you want to achieve. The key part though, family, out of everything that I've shared, is the importance of self. The importance of self and where you are as an entrepreneur, with all the other impacts, and I know we've shared this in previous campfire yarns and yarning circles from brothers and sisters that have shared, and also we've shared here together during this program, is the importance of self and where you are as a sister, as a brother, as an entrepreneur, and as a business owner. If you have things that are impacting you from a personal perspective, from a cultural perspective, or a spiritual perspective, those things can impact not just your business, but also in regards to how clear that you're looking at towards your business vision and strategy, how to make where your next money is going to be dropping from and what you're going after. But within the business collaboration environment, it also affects how you'll communicate, how you'll interact, and how you'll perceive the other party who's trying to do that business collaboration or trying to work with you for that common outcome and work with you. The importance of self in regards to us as brothers and sisters in the Indigenous communities is even tenfold, because we're not just business owners. We're role models. We're fathers, we're mothers, we're grandmothers, we're uncles, we're brothers, we're sisters. Sometimes we're foster carers. So it's not just about the business environment, it's also in regards to the importance of self. Also pertains, if you're not good in your spirit, it can affect your business. And overall, it can affect those collaboration opportunities, those relationships that you're trying to build or maintain within your business realm, in your environment, or in your ecosystem. Family, I share with clients, groups, through motivational speeches and stuff. And if you've had a chance to have a yarn with me, it's always about the same thing. I share this a certain quote that I always share with our brothers and sisters, family members, and as such that we're trying to influence and trying to encourage. And that is collaboration, and the idea of collaboration alone, we can be great. But together, when we collaborate and we work with brothers and sisters that are like-minded, like-focused, and have the same vision, we can become powerful. Overall, today, I just wanted to share with you some key tips around the value that business collaboration actually creates. And what we went through today was around what is collaboration. Collaboration is about different parties working together towards a common goal. We went through some pros and cons, the 5 challenges that are also, if you flip them, can become the positive. You get those foundations around each of those ones, around lack of buy-in, the absence of trust, the effect of groupthink if you don't have a collaborative approach to that. Poor relationships, if you don't actually invest in the relationship and make sure that those relationships are strong and you have some key ground rules around that, can actually be detrimental to your collaboration effort. And finally, communication, whether it be language or English or whatever, Creole or your Yumpla talk or however it is, the importance of communication between humans, it's a human variable in collaboration. If you don't consider the human variable and where we come from, our experiences, our own knowledges, then how do you actually understand why you are working together? Now, finally, I want to share with you all that business collaboration in today's environment is really, really crucial. COVID-19, as I shared earlier, has impacted all of us at some type of level, whether you like it or not, it is here. It is impacting business. The important is to remain connected, to remain in a relationship, to have strong and clear communication. Business collaboration is a way to do that. To help build some business viability, some sustainability and growth, the importance of business collaboration and getting the right advice to make it work is really, really important. Brothers and sisters, no matter where you are from within the global village and where you're viewing this telecast from, I want to say thank you very much for joining today. And as always, I will finish as we started. I want to acknowledge deeply and respectfully all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ancestors, our communities, families, businesses, you as the individual brother and sister out there and your warriors, young warriors that are fighting and creating those footprints in the sand. But make sure that you stay in tune for our next installment, a yarning circle or a campfire yarn in regards to the Indo-Black Northern Territory Indigenous Business Resilience Program. And make sure, if you're an established Northern Territory Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander business, make sure comment with the word deadly down below. And for other brothers and sisters who want to see some of the replays, make sure you go and check our descriptions below around our YouTube where they're being replayed. But also, brothers and sisters, as always, maximize opportunities to make a difference in our global village. Thank you very much.